Previously, we have created a class called file, which served as a base class for the Excel file class, Word document file class, and the PowerPoint file class. Its purpose was to store the shared data for those classes so that we don't have to duplicate the code in each class. By creating that file class, we have one more type in our program that can be instantiated. So in our main method, we could create a new object of the file class like this. File is equal to new file. But the file itself has no reason to be created. It is just some base class that we want to inherit from in the concrete class implementation. In order to prevent this behavior, we can mark the file class as an abstract class. Let's go to the file class declaration and let's add this abstract keyword to the class declaration. By doing that, we are marking this class as a class that should be only available for inheritance. If we go back to the main method, the compiler now complains that we are not able to create an instance of an abstract class. And this is what we wanted to achieve. Abstract class also allows us to use an abstract class members. Abstract member is only a declaration in the base abstract class, which the derived classes have to implement. It could be an abstract field, abstract property, or an abstract method. For example, we could have an abstract void compress method in the file class, and then each of the classes that inherit from the file class will have to implement this method. So let's try doing that. In our file class, I will add a public abstract void compress method with no implementation. And now if we go to concrete class implementation, we'll get the compilation error stating that abstract inherited member compress is not implemented. So let's implement that method so that we'll get rid of this error. To implement an abstract member, we have to use the override keyword in the method declaration like this. Public override void compress. And as the body, we'll just construct writeline compressing Excel file. I will also implement that compress method in the Word document file. Let's change the implementation a bit. And lastly, in the PowerPoint file. Now our file class is abstract, meaning that it serves only for inheritance and we cannot instantiate an object of a file class. It even has an abstract method, and by that, we are forced to implement this method in the classes that inherit from the file class. And also, when it comes to inheritance in C#, you have to remember that you can inherit only from one base class. Whether it is an abstract class or a non-abstract class, it doesn't matter. There can be only one base class. For example, in our Excel file class, if you wanted to inherit from the person class besides the file class, like this, we'll get a compilation error. Class Excel file cannot have multiple base classes. So make sure to inherit from a base class that is fulfilling your needs, because there can be only one base class.